Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. This is your girl, Mommy So True. If you're new to my channel, hello to you. To my lovely family, my subscribers, my day oneers, my thrivers, my survivors, my warriors. How you guys doing? I am dropping in to talk to you today. So many people reach out and ask me about this, so I feel like it's necessary for me to talk to you. Today, I want to talk to you about my perspective on why I believe narcissists do not love their children. They don't. I mean, if you let a narcissist tell you they love their children based on all the sacrifices that they made for their kids, they paid all these bills, they had to shake their butt, sell a little coochie, and pay the rent. You know, they had to pimp women to take care of you. Let them tell it. They had to work all these awful jobs. They did so much and so forth and whatever. But at the end of the day, when you choose to be a parent, it comes with these responsibilities. Only a narcissistic parent feels entitled to some type of, parade, or they just feel like their children owe them their lives for being parents. And that's what makes them narcissistic parents, because that type of belief is delusional. It's insanity. It's crazy making. And this is the reason why narcissistic parents don't believe that they've done anything wrong, because in their eyes they've been the best parent that they could have been, and there's no excuse for it. It doesn't matter what type of a narcissist you're dealing with. The fact that they lack empathy is the biggest foundation as to why they are unable and incapable of loving their children. Narcissists are very selfish, to the point where it's almost evil. They'll abandon their children, they'll turn their backs, they'll treat them like Cinderellas. They'll literally talk down and say some of the worst belittling things to their own children. They downplay their sons. They treat their daughters like they don't exist. There's no love in that, no matter what type of sacrifice they've made. And it's not an excuse because their mom treated them that way or their father wasn't there. Many of us have parents who went through a lot because of the time that they grew up in. And as an empath myself, I definitely understand. I have so much compassion for why some of our parents were the way they were. But it's not excusable, because at some point in life, you have to choose to self-improve. You have to choose to build a better character than how you started. You cannot blame your parents' upbringing for the reason why you're out here hurting people and narking people. It's not an excuse. And narcissistic parents are stagnant in their way of thinking and in their way of parenting. You can never tell them that they're wrong. You can never tell them that they didn't parent you well. You can never tell them that it's because of them that you had to struggle in your life. They'll never take accountability. To them, that makes zero sense. The truth is crazy to them. The only thing that makes sense to them is what they're feeling. And what they're feeling is, honestly, they don't care. They don't care about that child's feelings, what that child is going through, how that child has been affected, because they are selfish. It is about them. They show love to their children when it's beneficial. They know how to sob, create stories when they need something. But as soon as they get what they need, they go right back to turning cold. They go right back to ignoring. They go right back to abandoning. They go right back to criticizing and reminding you of the value that they've placed on you since they birthed you. Narcissistic parents are incapable of loving their children because of the way they are wired. This thing is a dark sickness, a sickness so dark that the devil enjoys playing with these people. Your narcissistic parent is unable to give you the love that you need because no one ever gave them that love, And the devil has also stood in the way of them receiving that love. Many narcissistic parents are blessed with empathetic children who are able to be compassionate towards their parent. But at some point in life, even those empaths wake up and realize that love is dead there. And that no matter how much you try to resuscitate the narcissistic parent, they just continue to age narcissistically. And it's very sad to watch, but it's very true that if you're dealing with a narcissistic parent, my heart goes out to you, because it is a hard experience. It is a tough journey. And there has to be a lot of compassion there for you to be able to let go and move on in your own life. Because if you've dealt with a narcissistic parent, you've done all the raising. You've never been the child. You've never had a chance to be the child. They've ripped that from you, literally. You've been more of the parent to them and to yourself. And you have to just take that, find your strength in that, and move forward with that. But as a survivor and a child of a narcissistic parent, one thing I can assure you is that a narcissistic mom or dad does not love their child. There is no love in the way that they raise you. There is no love in the way that they fail to take accountability for how they raised you. There is no love in the way that they've raised your siblings, in the way that they've placed all these roles amongst you and your siblings, to the point where there's no peace in the house. There's no peace in your world, in your family. Everything is so chaotic, dramatic. Everyone is pinned against each other. Love is distorted. The definition of love in your household is completely distorted, and it's because of that narcissistic parent who sadly probably had a hard life, but it's not an excuse. Today I want to show you guys a very interesting clip from one of the world's most narcissistic shows on Netflix. It's Shameless. If you've seen it, I'd love to hear your comment about Shameless. Shameless is very interesting to me. I have literally watched several episodes over and over, just dissecting what's happening, because the father is a narcissistic man and the entire family has become narcissistic. This is how I know narcissistic parents do not love their children, because they pull their children into such a toxic, dark world, and it affects every single one, all the way down to the youngest, most innocent one. They become intoxicated with wrong thoughts, wrong beliefs. I absolutely love this show. Sometimes it's hard to watch, but I know what I know about narcissistic abuse, and I believe that this show is a great example. If anyone likes Netflix, I would advise that you watch Shameless. I just find this very particular clip very, very truthful, and confirmation of how the narcissistic parent is unable to change, not just for themselves, but for their children. Their children is not enough to change. Their children is not enough to look at their ways. Their children is not enough to put that alcohol bottle down. Their children is not enough to change the way they talk, change the things they do, create a better life, get a job, keep a career. Their children is not enough to stop hopping from house to house, woman to woman, man to man, making children everywhere. Their children is not enough to throw away habits and addictions, or even get help. Their children is not enough. And to me, that screams no love. Narcissistic parents live in a no love zone. And the best thing that their child can do is accept that, grieve that, and move forward with that. Because children of narcissistic parents tend to want to hang on and try to get that love no matter what. And one day you'll wake up and you'll have to radically accept that you will never get that love no matter what. It's not there. And they're going to die the way that they are. And if you focus on thriving and moving forward in your life, you will start to see that this parent just couldn't do it because they couldn't even do it for themselves. It's painful as an empath to watch this and witness your parent, self-destruct, or to see your parent not love you and your siblings the way that you deserved or that they should have, and to watch them not even take accountability for what they've done. Still, even years later, it's painful, but it's confirmation that you must take your power. You must know that you can't do nothing for them. You must know that it's not your fault and you are not their savior. You must know that it is a dark sickness. And you must know that you need to thrive and you need to love on yourself. Give it to yourself because that parent cannot and will not give it to you. Guys, let's watch this clip from Shameless. And I would love to hear what you have to say about it.
Getting tired, probably out.
This is nice. We don't spend enough time together.
No, we don't spend any time together.
Exactly my point. Son, you can always come to me.
Thanks, Dad.
I worry about you.
Is that right?
Parents' plight never goes away, no matter how old your kid gets. Look at you. 18 now? A high school graduate? Who the is that waiter?
Don't go getting misty-eyed on me now.
Need any words of fatherly advice?
I think I got it covered.
Oh, come on. What's in your mind?
Okay, why not? They couldn't get any weirder. I'm done with school. I have no idea what I'm gonna do today or tomorrow or for the rest of my life.
So, no plans?
No?
Good for you. You're just like me. We march to the beat of a different drummer. Everyone will try to cage you in, tell you have to worry about your future. You know what your future should be? This. Living life to the fullest. Every day, like it's your last.
Hi there.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Try to get me some more of these pudding cups, would you?
No, don't mention food.
Oh, Jesus, Lip, really? It smells like a distillery in there.
Celebrating my graduation.
Getting drunk in the middle of the day with him? Are you an idiot?
Look, we saved the mommy lecture for tomorrow, please, when my head isn't pounding so much.
Get up, get home, get sober. We're planning a surprise party for you.
It's not a surprise, I already know.
Well, Debbie and Carl are waiting in the lobby, so take them with you.
This isn't gonna be fun.
Yeah, and grab your surprise ice cream cake out of the freezer. Start defrosting it.
Okay.
3 raw eggs, Worcestershire, and a sliver of ginger. Works every time. Jesus. No HBO, no Showtime, just basic cable. And what the hell is a Tosh 2.0?
The doctor talk to you, Frank?
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Stop drinking, blah, 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 blah.
He told me you were really sick.
Do I look really sick to you?
Said you were throwing up blood.
That's because I've got too much of it in me. It's a filtration process. My body knows how to flush itself out.
Stop joking. This is serious.
It's just Dr. Mumbo Jumbo to scare you into taking more tests. Fucking parasites.
What are you doing?
I gotta use the can.
What? Let's get the nurse.
I don't like the one that's on duty. She's fat. Roll that thing behind me, will you? Oh. Look.
You said if you don't stop drinking, you're gonna die. As in, dead. You know, like no longer living, and soon.
When did you start to care?
Not sure that I do. I've dreamt about your death. Put money in a collection box and prayed for it. Blew out my birthday candles. Wished for it. If it actually ever happened. I don't know if I'd feel relief or guilt.
Your birthday candles?
I wrote a letter to Santa once.
So I'm supposed to stop drinking so that you don't feel guilty?
No. You're supposed to stop drinking because you have children at home who love you. And I don't know why. Who would be destroyed if anything happened to you.
Tragedy makes kids tough, Fiona.
Then be the fabulous narcissist that you are and do it for yourself.
What if I don't want to change?
Then I would know what I've always feared is true.
What is that?
That you don't give a shit about any of us. So do it for you. Do it for your kids. It doesn't matter. Do it.
So crazy. So crazy to watch Frank do this to himself. It's so sad to see that a narcissistic parent, even on their dying bed, will still look at their child and say, what if I don't want to change? What if I don't care? I didn't even think you guys love me. You guys don't love me anyway. Still playing victim, still pointing fingers, still not caring. The cycle doesn't stop with any narcissist. And if it's a parent, no matter how empathetic you are, no matter how compassionate you are, it doesn't change them. But it does help you heal. It does help you understand. And it does help you become the best parent that you could be and that you need to be for your children. Thanks, guys, for watching today's video. Until next time, beautiful people.